So Wallo, if you're into black Twitter or like just in general, like black media spaces, most people are familiar with Gilly the Kid, Gilly the King, however you want to know him as. And then you have Wallo, and they have the successful podcast $1 million Worth of Game. And Wallo, he kind of like, for me, he came out of nowhere. He's Gilly's cousin. He spent like 20 years in and out of the joint or whatever. And he's wildly successful. He got super popular outside of $1 million Worth of Game because like he was consistent and is consistent on social media, doing a bunch of like videos, like motivational speaking type videos on Instagram, and his method of doing it made him stand out. The reason why he's like going viral right now, it's not for a good reason. Wallo has gone viral for his take on black owned businesses. Apparently, this footage of him speaking at some sort of seminar or motivational speaking type thing, he pretty much dispelled supporting black businesses based off the notion that you need to support black businesses. If you're a black person, I got to support my other black brother because they're my black brother. You feel me? So without context, this is me saying this is kind of pointless. In a nutshell, this is what Wallo had to say about black businesses and in terms of supporting them. So he says, us, oh, I'm black people. Nobody gives a care about that. Kill that stuff. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that stuff, don't nobody want to hear that stuff. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your stuff good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Don't care about what color you is. I'm going to spend my meals where I want to spend it at. I ain't going to be finessed off some black stuff. 70% of you people are not going to make it. You seen me come out the penitentiary. I made millions and I make millionaires, baby. So Wallo was talking his stuff. Wallo was talking, you know what? I'm going to... So Wallo was talking his stuff here. And we're going to drop a bomb for that because I see what he was getting at. And truth be told, I agree. Is your product good? You know what I'm saying? There's some people who won't bat an eye at a black business. Okay, you know, if you're saying I won't shop with a black business because they're a black business, that I would imagine would be a real cause for complaint, a real cause for smoke for somebody. When he said that's a hustle, that's because some people treat it like a hustle. Some people treat it as a cheat code, as in, oh, come on, you ain't going to shop with a black business. You ain't going to support your own community. I also understand that. Now, that's another point that I want to talk about, because if you're going to support a black business just because they're a black business, it's a form of charity. Why do I say that? I've supported people just because I liked the person, not because I liked what they are selling. That is charity. And I'm not saying that in a wrong way. I buy something and never use it. I bought something from my wife's little homegirl a long time ago just to support. I didn't buy it because I like the product. It wasn't even something that I use. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you want to just support somebody just because they are a demographic, whether it's a small business, a black business, Italian business, you know, that's your right to spend your money with whoever you want to spend it with. And it is honorable to have like a community aspect or a community viewpoint when you do shop. But the fact of the matter is times are hard. Times are really, really hard. I know for like I've had to tighten up a lot when it comes to spending, dude. Like, times are hard. So especially in times like this, unless you 100% stand by your product, and you know it's great, you know it's quality, you know it's all this, can you really be mad at someone for not supporting you. Forget the black stuff. Forget the color of your skin. Because at the end of the day, like Wallo said, I support consistency, baby. Questions to ask. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your stuff good? Now, it seemed like he was railing all of these things off the top of his dome, but those are legitimate questions. Those are legitimate questions. Is the quality of your stuff good? Whether you rap, you sing, you do this, you do that, is the quality of your stuff good? So if I see you, if you're somebody I rock with, and I see you shouting out this black owned business, and this is a made up scenario, you're saying, oh, shot with my people, woo woo, they got the best cookies, they got the best cookies in the world, boom boom bye, they at the mall over there. Check them out, support that black owned business. I go there, the service is trash, the cashier's got an attitude, the point of service don't work, and then on top of that, on top of that, the cookies are trash.
Go get back!
Why would I want to shop there again, for one? And two, I now went to this business that the homie that I rock with promoted, and I go there and the business is trash. It's not good. So I go over there and I give them a bad review. Let me just, go on Google, the Google reviews, and say, oh man, this place is not good. Like, the service was bad. The cashier had an attitude. When we got to the front, the POS didn't work. So they were saying they couldn't take cards. They can only take cash. And on top of that, like, the cookies were like, really, like, they were dry, and they weren't soft at all. Like, this place promises soft cookies. I hate to do this, but I'm giving them 1 star because it's just not good, and I really regret spending my money with them. Then all of a sudden, you have, businesses, because some people do this, and this is a thing. I'm not big into the Keith Lee guy, but like, Keith Lee would go to businesses. He could make their business boom, or he can make their business plummet a little bit more. I know for one things, some of these businesses would respond in a very arrogant way, like, oh, who's Keith Lee? You're affecting black businesses. No, it didn't have anything to do with you being a black business. It had something to do with your crappy cooking and your crappy food and your crappy service. So if I leave a bad review, a Google review on Google or whatever, and then the owner's like, oh, why would people do this to a black business? I'm just a black business. Oh, you don't know how hard it is. Oh, da, da, da. I get that. I get you don't know how hard it is, and this and that, and everything that you went through to get to the point you're at now. But if your service is trash, your food is trash, and forget the restaurant or the cookie thing, if your clothes are trash, if your music is trash, if your this is trash, I am not shopping with you. I am not supporting with you because you're trash. Not because of the color of your skin, not because of the way you look, and not for the way you present yourself.